Yeah, I think that's an important topic that I'm not sure that I've ever heard talked about, but I'm like you, I love this time. I mean, the time we spend upstairs, me and Tyler, and we're just strategy, whiteboard session, I mean, just grinding it out. It's like, this is what really counts, and this is what's gonna set the standard for our entire year.
And it's cool to bounce all those ideas off your leadership team.
Yeah.
Because I've been stopped many times on some really bad decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some really great ones
Yeah,
too,
we're not the best at everything, you know?
But one or two out of 10 are really, really good. I mean, the other ones they don't see the value.
Yeah.
And I get it. And that's the hardest part, I think, for me too, even as I speak to your audience that are doing the same. I'm still in the way in so many other ways. Like you still battle that part of it. Like, I got this part and I know this part. What if there's somebody that's better to do that part? And slowly, over the course of really 2 years, 25 years in business, I've essentially been removed from day-to-day operations. I'm here every day.
Yeah.
But there's absolutely no reason I should be doing service calls, because I'm terrible at them.
Right.
I'm like, well, that's not a service call because this is ridiculous. Well, there's a process and a procedure on how we handle things. In most cases, they're going to handle the service call regardless.
Yeah.
So I don't even need to know about it anyways.
Yeah, you always talk about how, like, you're in the way, you know? Or
I'm in the way.
You know, or it's like, you just step aside and...
When you hear from other, you know, each person, each coworker might say, well, they don't want you to know about this part. And it's like, man, the resources we're spending for me to not know about something, it sounds like I just don't need to be in that situation where they can have a whiteboard session and talk about how they're going to attack something, while I can be, you know, dreaming of the next thing that we're going to be doing, and then making sure everybody's in a good place and in a good mind state. That's what I'm good at, is building people. Like you said, the energy. I have a lot of energy. I have good energy, but when my energy's not there, I mean, it's bad. People will like walk on eggshells, and I don't yell, I don't scream, I don't get mad. Literally, no one's heard me yell at them, but they can feel me.
Sure.
And when it's bad, it's bad. My wife will tell you the same thing. So.
Yeah, I think that's an important topic that I'm not sure that I've ever heard talked about, but it's something that, you know, when leadership, whether it's our position or our leadership team's position, like, though you're going through stuff, it's like, you can't show that at work, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like you're trying to hide it or you can't talk about it, because we can have open sessions about, you know, like how you're feeling. Like you said, you can tell somebody's off, like, hey, come talk to me, man. What's going on? I want to help you out. But as a leadership team, if we come in at the end of the week, right, and we're like, man, it's been a long week, this shit sucks, you know? It's like, what does your team feel off that? Because whether it's verbal or nonverbal, if you come in with your head hanging down, right, your arms are slouched, then that's how they perceive you, and that's how they perceive this business, because they're looking to you as their leader.
Well, I mean, I think it's it's 65% of communication is body language. I think it's 30% or 25% is the actual tonality, and then the context is like nothing.
Yeah.
So it's all of the body language, and I'm a terrible poker player.
Yeah, right.
Terrible. Yeah, I get a hand. I got a good hand. I'm excited. Everyone's folding. So I guess when it comes to those types of things, it's hard for me when I don't say anything, and even though I can tell my body language, there's times where it's just like, you know what, I'm not even going to go into the office, and it's very rare, but I'm going to go 2 hours somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm available by phone, whatever you need.
Yeah.
But my energy's bad, and I can tell it's bad, and I don't want that energy to rub off on other people, because they think, you know, it's human nature. If my energy's off, something happened at work. Something happened at work because
they're in trouble,
they did it because they're in charge. And no, it just might be something that I see that I'm frustrated with, but I haven't given it the time to see what happens. Yeah. And it wasn't done the way I wanted it done. So I'm frustrated. And again, there's my ego in the way. So it's essentially removing myself without being asked to be removed is a big thing for me.
Yeah. No, I think that's smart, and I've always, as you've told me these stories, and we've talked about this before, it's like I try to put that into my own business. Is like, you're not good at this. Just get out of the way, And it's tough for us.
What are you trying to be? Yeah, like what are you trying? You're
Right.
trying to be the best at everything, but yet we're talking about specific fields that we're in. If we were the best at everything, you'd be doing landscaping and brick pavers and concrete and roofing and electrical and everything, and it'd all be under one roof. But that's why we're specifically. It's not just specifically what we're doing. We're specializing in something, but then you have little key niches in your business that people do for you in order to operate that business the way it operates.
Yeah, that's spot on. And I think something I've learned over the last few years too is the ability and the honesty to look in the mirror before I'm making decisions, or just look in the mirror and say, did I do everything in my power to help these people or help this situation, or am I just screwing it up? Or, a lot of people will be like, my business is failing right now because my sales guys suck.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
But have you given them every opportunity? Have you given them every means to succeed? Have you set them up for success? Or are you a bad coach? Is your football team running bad plays because you're a bad coach, or is it because they're bad athletes? Right? And I think that's one of those growing things where it's like, okay, I'm going to look in the mirror and see, self-reflect or company reflect, right? Whether it's for your customers, for your employees, for yourself.